My name is Sandy Hartman. I am 32 years old. I am a native Nevadan. I am a mom of two. I have twin toddlers, and I'm married to my college sweetheart. I don't know if that's a thing, but we've been together for a long time. And I am also an upper extremity amputee. I lost my hand due to an accident. So I was in a UTV accident in April of 2021. The roll cage rolled over and crushed my right hand. I suffered a degloving injury, broke nearly every single bone in my hand. I came out of hand surgery and they told me that I would have a functioning hand again. It would never be the same, but it would function again. So I came back home, and a few weeks after coming home, I developed an infection, which then spread to my bones. I was put on a PICC line, I had a wound vac, and we spent just a lot of time trying to heal that infection. Almost a year later, I had very minimal function of my hand. I was still missing a lot of the skin around the knuckle parts of my hand, and so I had a lot of bone exposure. So I got to a point mentally where I just didn't know how to move forward. I really couldn't do much with my hand. I was living a pretty sedentary lifestyle, and my mental health was just really taking a toll, and I felt like I was in the same spot that I was a year prior. So I talked to my surgeon, and I talked to my hand therapist, and I really talked to them about the idea of going through with a hand amputation, so that I could fully heal and that I could utilize prosthetics and just get back to my life. My doctor kind of worked with me to make sure that we were doing a shared decision making. I was on my 9th surgery, and so my 10th and final surgery was in July of 2022, and I had my hand amputated. I remember having the wrapping come off, and everyone kind of warned me that it might just be a shock, and really what came to me when that happened was relief. I was just relieved to be done, and I was just excited to move forward. Prior to becoming an amputee, I was really active. I was running, I had done half marathons, I ran a marathon. I was kind of in and out of the gym. I tried different things. I went almost a year and a half without doing any of the things that really just brought me joy, actually. And so after my amputation, I think it was 5 days after surgery, I signed up for half marathon. And then while I was in the process of getting my first prosthetic, I was just excited to get back into fitness again. So I Googled adaptive gyms, and Upstate came up. I'm like, okay, I should give them a shot. So I came into the gym and I kind of felt right at home. I did one-on-one training with Kyla, me and my husband did, and she kind of helped me through the different adaptations. And that was something I just never really expected. And so when I first went into the group setting, I just had a lot of support. All of my fears that I had coming in were gone. I felt like I was able to work out with those that had a disability and those that were fully able in the same way. I don't feel like I was seen differently when I was working out. I sometimes felt like people were just always cheering me on, which is not something I'm used to, something I've had to get used to as well, because everybody here is just always cheering you on no matter what you do. This year I signed up for my first comp. I did the Silver State Throwdown with my husband, and I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would do something like that. And during the comp, I just remember seeing everybody compete and everybody just be in their own zone. And that's kind of what I thought to myself too. It's I just have to focus on myself, and obviously focus on my partner as well. But I really just had to focus on me and do the things that I could do. And it was great to just be able to work with the coaches as well to adapt to it, because the workout is not going to look the same for somebody that's fully abled or somebody like me that's missing an arm. But there's also other adaptive athletes within Upstate that their workout's going to look different than mine. So I've had to also stop comparing myself in the gym and then comparing myself in the competition setting as well. So I really just had to focus on what I'm going to do in the competition. And after the competition, I just felt like I had gained my confidence back. I feel like during my entire process, I lost my confidence. I didn't think that I was able to do the things that I'm doing now. I'm a mom of twins, and that's something that really scared me, being an amputee, is I'm like, who gives the one-handed girl two babies at the same time? And I didn't know how I was going to carry them both. I didn't know how I was going to get out of the house with both of them. But the things that I've done in the gym have really helped me with that. I saw a video once of a mom tossing their toddler up in the air and thinking, I can't do that. But then I'm like, but I'm throwing wall balls in the gym, so I can do that. And a lot of those things that I'm afraid to do and play with my children and be playful with them, I'm able to sort of practice in the gym, make sure that I can do them safely so that I can come home and still be a fully active mom, even if I'm not fully able-bodied. If I was talking to another adaptive athlete, or if I was talking to maybe more specifically somebody that's missing an arm or missing a limb in general, is that it's okay to step out of your comfort zone. It's okay to try new things, and coming to Upstate allows you to try those things and also do them safely. I think as amputees, we also have to consider the fact that we are using certain parts of our body more than others. I use the left side of my body more than anything. I was actually right-handed before my amputation. And so I also have to think about making sure that I'm protecting this side of my body, that if I can't get hurt in the gym and hurt my left hand because I don't have a right hand to then replace it. But knowing that I can confidently do these things in the gym, I can do them safely to allow me to build strength on the side that I'm not able to move as much, but still kind of create that balance. I really just encourage those that are amputees or that have a disability to come into the gym, because it does prolong your quality of life as well, because you're able to work on your body in different ways, and knowing that it's okay to be slower sometimes. And you can look at the workout and think, my transition time is going to take me maybe 2 minutes to get from one thing to another. So maybe I'm going to do less reps of something, and that's totally okay in the gym. It's just the fact that you show up and you're here is really the most important thing.